Hey guys, my name is Sean Romeko, and today I'm going to teach you how to put together a skateboard. Alright, the first couple things you're going to need is a refreshing beverage, because sometimes motherfuckers is thirsty. And you're going to need a screwdriver, and this is not the best screwdriver, but it will do. And you're going to want a T-tool. That's what I call it, at least. I mean, you don't always need a T-tool. You could use a wrench or whatever else you want. But I'm using this right now. And usually it comes with a little screwdriver and an Allen key in it. But I lost it, so we're going to have to deal with this. Alright, let's get started. First of all, you're gonna want to go to your local skate shop, and you're gonna want to get all of these things. You're gonna want to get the grip tape. The grip tape comes in a rectangle, and if this is your first time putting together a board, you might want to let somebody else do it at first, just so they can show you the field or whatever. They'll put on the grip tape for you so there's no air bubbles in it. In this one, there is no air bubbles. I won this skateboard from transworldskateboarding.com. I'm going to go through the things you need to put together a skateboard. The ins and the outs, kind of. Alright, this is grip tape. I believe it's Mob grip tape. And first of all, I want to say, I do not own any of the products that are shown in this video. This is just strictly for instructional purposes only. I'm not saying I own any of this. Don't sue me. Alright, so anyways, this is grip tape. Usually any grip tape will do. Some grip tape has better grit than others. Some, will like hold your the rubber on your shoes to the board better, but that's all kind of personal preference, and it is all a little bit different, but it's all kind of the same at the same time. But again, it comes down to personal preference. This is an 8.0, I believe. It looks kind of big, but I believe it's an 8.0. They didn't tell me what board size they were going to give me, but any deck will do. Anything that kind of looks like this is good, or if you want to go old school with the fishtail, that's cool too. Alright, now on to the hardware. Alright, hardware, there's a couple different brands. When I got these, it didn't say what kind they were, but there's all different sorts of, there's not Iron Horse, I forget what it's called, but hardware that looks like this. Just say hardware, and they'll give you a couple selections, and it'll look something like this. I'm going to get a little bit closer so you can see that. There's 8 screws, and then there's 8 bolts that you screw on to hold the trucks to the board. Alright? Alright, these are trucks. This is your turning system. This is what you put the wheels on, and the washers and the hardware, and it connects it to the board, and I imagine you can kind of see what happens here. But alright, these are bullet trucks. Never skated them before, so I can't really give a review on them, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Trucks, man. All of this was free, so I cannot complain. Alright, and then next, usually these come with the trucks. If they don't, you're getting ripped off. It's just the screw to hold on the wheel. So the wheel goes on to here, and then you screw that onto there, like so. Anyways, so let's move on to the wheels. Alright, I got the board together with the bearings on the inside. These are OJ wheels. Again, I've never skated OJ wheels, but I've heard nothing but good things. These are 52 millimeter, usually street type wheels for if you want to be a street skater. These are a good size wheel to start with. The bearings are already on the inside. There's a couple different bearings. The best bearings I heard are Bone Swiss, but they're pretty expensive. So you could get like Reds or Luckies or They have hubba bearings now, so it doesn't really matter. Well, actually it does, kind of, because the quality of the bearings kind of matter sometimes, because if you're going to be a stair skater or tech skater, that stuff matters. So, and all of this put together, it all is personal preference. So if you were a vert skater, I would say get bigger wheels. I don't think they make. There's only Mega Ramp trucks, I believe, and Mega Ramp trucks are big, and there's only 2 Mega Ramps in the world, so that doesn't really apply to the average skater, I believe. But anyways, these are washers. They go in between the screw and the truck where you put the wheel in, so it makes the wheels spin better. You don't always need these, but it helps. It makes the wheels spin better. So if you like that kind of thing, I recommend it. Alright. Now we're gonna move into starting to put the deck together. Alright. Motherfuckers is thirsty. Cheers. Alright, first thing I usually do is, again, I'm going to go over this. You get the grip tape on the board first. You never want to put the trucks on first, because then sometimes you might forget to put the hardware in. I've done that before. I hate to say it and I hate to admit it, but I've done that before where I put the trucks on and then I'm like, put the grip tape on and I'm like, wait, oh shit, and then you have to like cut the fucking the hardware out and it gets just real awkward. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put the screws in first. So you want to put them in like so. It's really not rocket science to put together a skateboard, but you know, it's not hard to, or it's not nothing to be ashamed of to look at a video to get some help, an outside look, other people's perspective, 2 heads are better than one, that whole thing. Alright, so now that the screws are in, the first thing you want to do is get one of the trucks. Sometimes when you're replacing your trucks, you want to, some people keep track of the front truck and the back truck. For me, my back truck is tighter than my front truck, so you kind of want to keep track, or else it'll kind of mess up your game a little bit. But I mean, you could get used to it, loosen up that truck that you put on there, and then like tighten that one back up on the end. But yeah, so if you like that kind of thing, keep track of it. So we're gonna put this truck on. Make sure you don't put the truck on backwards. You want to put where the you want to put where this part, that circle part right there, you want to have it facing the other end of the board. You want to put your 4 fingers on the bolts so it just doesn't press it down. Alright. Hopefully you can see that the truck is on now, and what you want to go ahead and do is hand screw the bolts on. I'm not saying hand screw them on all the way, it's just so that the deck holds to the truck while you're putting on while you're screwing it in harder, so you get it in between. Anyways, so you want to screw them in, not too tight, don't worry about it too much, they usually won't fall off, so nothing really to worry about. Alright, now that these are hand screwed in, what you want to do is get some leverage. And then you want to take this part, oh wait, I want to flip the board over because that's personal preference with the right and left hand and stuff, but you want to put this on the screw. You want to put the bottom part of this, put it on the screw or the wrench or whatever you have. You want to put it on there, and then put the screwdriver in the screw, and then righty-tighty, righty-tighty. And this is also personal preference. Some people want to put their hardware on really tight. You know, you want to, for me personally, you want to give it a little bit of slack, but it's all up to you, you know? So, you see, I am screwing it on. Pass the refreshments, a cool, cool beverage. I hate commercial rap, by the way. It sucks. Sometimes I watch rap battles, and like this rap battle I watched the other day, I won't name who or whatever, but like this one dude was rapping, you know, he stuck with the traditional, oh, I gang bang and I, you know, oh, fuck your bitch and all that, and I'm sorry about cursing. It's just kind of in my nature a little bit. I can be professional. It's just, I don't think this calls for a professional time. I do want to make this channel, like, kid appropriate or whatever, but parents are crazy anyways. They'll let their kids do anything as long as they shut up. But, yeah, and the other dude was getting, like, real personal and, like, really creative and, like, digging in real deep to the dude, you know? Like, just, it was so good, and, I don't know, people just, like, people always want to go with, like, oh, I gangbang and got money, and I got the things that you have that, or I got the things that you will never have and you want and stuff like that. And I just never got that. Like, rappers like Immortal Technique, Mad Conductor, who else? Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang, like, dude, their shit is fucking great, you know? Like, their next level shit, like, I just don't get it. What happened from 90 to 2000? Music just went to shit. Alright, so now pretty much we're gonna do the same thing again on the other side of the board. Now usually I could put a board together in 10-15 minutes, but I'm taking my time with this one just because you know, I want to talk and do this YouTube video or whatever. But again, put it on, hold the fingers under, hand screw on the nuts or whatever you want to call them. Hope you're having a good time watching this. And yeah, like, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and what I'm really looking for is comments, because I want to know, like things I could be doing better, or like what direction you guys this YouTube channel would like to go in. I mean, and that's not always up to you guys, you know, but fans do play a part in, you know, like where the channel goes, kind of thing, because if the people don't want to see it, they're not going to watch it, you know what I mean? But I'm not a YouTube expert, so I don't know. But comment, let me know if there's anything I can do. And like I said in my last video, I'm going to start taking requests for tricks, as long as they aren't too ridiculous, you know, like, oh, trick flip, back tail, fucking, tray flip out. You know, like, I mean, that's something I probably can't do, but, I mean, like, kick, pick, back, tail, should, like, I can work for that, you know, like, but, otherwise, like, yeah, don't ask for anything too ridiculous, because, I mean, it'll take me a long time, and I film all these myself with my phone. I don't even want to admit how my phone is set up right now, but it's all good. It's all for fun. Oh, and kick, flick, back, tail, shove, by the way, that would be a pretty crazy trick for me. I used to do kick, flip, back, tails real well, but for some reason nowadays I'm just having trouble with it. Like back flips and back tails. Like I used to be able to whip the back tail into space and at least slide it a little bit. But for some reason, I used to be better at kickflip backtails than backtails. That always, like, got me. Like, oh, like, I can hardly backtail, but kickflip backtail, I got you on that. But, yeah. So I'm taking requests for tricks. Let me know what you want to see. Oops. Don't scratch your grip tape. Doesn't look good. Anyways, alright, this is the last bolt that I'm screwing in until we start to put the washers and the wheels on. Alright, now we have the deck and the grip tape and the trucks on. The trucks usually come like together whole, so you don't ever have to put them in, but some manufacturing companies, like, they just send you all the parts and you put it together yourself. But yeah, this is how it looks so far without the wheels and the washers and all that. Pretty simple, not too complicated. I seen a dude do a tray flip, like, on like a really smooth floor. He, like, without the wheels and stuff like that, he was sliding and he did a fucking tray flip. Oh my god, that's nuts. Ooh, I forgot to screw in a bolt. Yeah. At least make sure your bolts are in far enough so that when you move your feet, you don't feel it, because that's gonna hurt. Nami, Nami. Alright. Now, usually the bearings come like apart. There isn't a label on these bearings, so I can't tell you what brand they are. But bearings look like that. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, support your local skate shop, by the way. Don't go to Zoomies or anything. Sometimes I do that just because, like, there's no local skate shops around here. I'm in the I don't want to be too specific, but I'm in the Montgomery County, and like, we don't have any local skate shops. I have to sometimes, like, I'll go to Zoomies, and oh god, they're just too friendly. I mean, I don't mean to hate on Zoomies or anything. Like, they give me what I need, and they're usually pretty friendly. But all right. Usually how I put in bearings, just for an example, is the bearings out, and then you put it on your wheel. You put it on like that. You put the bearing on there, and then you take your wheel, and here, let me turn it around. You put the bearing on, so it goes like that, and then you put the wheel on there, and you press down really hard, kind of going like back and forth a little bit, so you can wedge it in there, and usually it goes in pretty well. Sometimes it's real tough, but if you don't got nothing else, this is the best. This is the best way to do it. So, yeah. Alright. As I said, for the washers, you don't always need them, but they help make your wheels spin better. So, you're going to want to put one washer in, and then put the wheel on, and then put the other washer on top of that wheel. Watch out for your washers, because they can get lost real easily. And then you want to take one of the nuts, and usually what I do is I just put it in this side of the tool. Or if you have a wrench, you just hand screw it on a little bit and then start screwing. And the easiest way and the fastest way to do this, if you have a power tool where you can, you know, and then you have this, so good. It'll get you done so fast. So you want to tighten it on. This is also a personal preference thing. Some people like to give a little bit of slack with their wheels. I do personally. So about that, maybe a little bit tighter for me. Yeah, a little bit more. Just so enough so it can, like, breathe, you know what I mean? Some people like it on real tight, though. but it's all personal preference, like I said. So washers are easy to lose, so keep track of them. This is why I have a blanket down, so I can see everything, and I already lost one, so so put the other wheel on there, and then put the washer on top of that, and then you take the other bolt again. I'm going to hand screw it this time. Ooh, after a couple times of using trucks and replacing wheels and bearings and all that, your thing starts to get stripped. Ooh. On my other board that I got right now, I don't even want to touch that. I don't even want to think about unscrewing that. But, I mean, it's not all that bad, but skaters know sometimes it can get pretty bad, because sometimes you just want to, like, get in wherever you're skating, so you just screw it on, getting real tight, like, but, yeah. Like I said, tighten it to your preference. That's really tight. You also don't want to press it too much, or, like, tighten it too much, too, because then it'll press into your bearing, and that'll give it more stress to want to break, kind of thing, but, yeah. So, again, washer, wheel, washer, and then grab the nut and tighten it, or put it in here, or put it in your wrench, wherever you want to put it. Tighten it. Now this is going to happen again one more time, so that's pretty much going to be the video. That's a little too tight for me. A little bit of slack. So, like I said before, this is all personal preference, and I'll get to tightening the trucks in a second, but yeah, this is all personal preference, the slack on the wheels, how you put the grip tape on, sanding the grip tape, how tight you put the hardware, what size wheels you get, what kind of trucks you get, what kind of board you get, what size board you get, all that. That's all personal preference, so that's going to be something you'll find out. But if you're a beginning skateboarder between the ages of, kids skate real young, so let's just say 0 to 18, I'll say 16. You probably want to start with a size 7.5 to 7.75, because that's what everybody usually starts with, because small board, easier to flick, all that stuff. But once you get up there a little bit, I do up to 8, and if you want bigger than that, you could go bigger than that. If you want to go smaller, because you like to be a little bit more techy, then do that. But from skating a size 8 deck, I went to skate my friend's 7.5 one time. Dude, I could tray double flip, like, so yeah. But yeah, so we're putting the last screw on. Hand tighten it, wrong side, screw it, a little too tight. Alright, and then now it's pretty much done, but you want to stand on the board and check the trucks. Again, the tightening of the trucks or loosening or whatever, that's all personal preference. I like, not really loose trucks, but I like loose trucks. My friends ride on my board and they're like, holy crap, like, it's all over the place, but that's how I like it. It's just easier to, like, roll, you know? I don't know. For me, it's like, I feel like if you have tighter trucks, that's better maybe for stairs. I don't know. But just because, like, so you can land, like, super solid, I don't know. But then, like, if you're doing, like, more techie stuff, you know, just so, like, if you're gonna, like, roll away, but you didn't, like, land completely straight, you could, like roll into it. You can roll into it, like, so it, like, rolls away, like, super nice, and it looks so good. But, yeah, so I like my trucks a little bit loose. These are brand new trucks, so usually I tighten them up a little bit, just because, like, usually how they came to me, they were pretty loose. And new trucks are always weird because it just feels so like, I don't even know how to explain it, like so new. I don't know, like robotic, like, no, like it's real smooth, but just like, once you wear the trucks in, that's when you know your shit's good. Like on my other board, like my trucks are loose and they're just so nice and worn in and they're just perfect. Like these trucks, they'll take a little time. This is just my newest board that I received from top comment on transworldskateboarding.com. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and please like, drop a comment, share, and subscribe, please. Let me know how I could do this better and how this channel can, or how this channel's future is gonna look, you know? Because I do this because this is fun. I mean, it'd be cool to make money one day, but like, I don't really expect the future out of this. But to me, it's just more fun than anything. I like doing this, so if you're gonna make a YouTube channel, do it for fun, because otherwise it's just real stressful. This is my only 3rd or 4th day doing it, so, and I'm just doing it for fun. Alright, so anyways, I dragged this on long enough. Thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Thank you. Have a good one. Goodbye.